man, it is so slippery. Oh, oh no, he's missed the trail. What the? It is like riding on ice. Hello and willkommen to Koblenz in Western Germany, a city of 112,000 people located on the confluence of the two major rivers, the Moselle and the Rhine. Koblenz was established as a Roman military post over 2,000 years ago. In more recent history, it's been a major contributor to the bicycle industry thanks to the three Arnold brothers. Between them, they set up the companies Cargo, Ergon, and most importantly for today's video, Canyon Bicycles. We're here for our latest Behind the Brands feature, to check out their facilities in Koblenz, to meet the people that make it happen behind the scenes, and most importantly, to ride the local trails. Join us along for our latest Behind the Brands feature here at Canyon Bicycles. Hey Ben.
Hey Rob,
Good
how's
to
it
see you.
going?
Yeah, good man.
I'm Ben Hilston, I'm the Global Communications Manager at Canyon. Welcome to our home. Let me show you around.
Hey guys, welcome to the Canyon showroom. Let me take you around for a little tour, shall we?
Sounds good. I reckon I can squeeze into that one, right?
We got to wait in line, I'm sorry. Go ahead and we'll actually just start the tour. Yeah, well, you get a little bit of special treatment. Let's do that. Let's just go right ahead into the showroom. It's okay.
Right.
We can take care of your names later. This area, a little bit of special interest area is our CFR area, so our top of the line spec bikes, what the pros ride, just to give customers and everybody a little insight on how they're set up. We got our gravel and road side on the left, but Little Birdie told me you guys are a little bit interested in the Spectral 125 and mountain bikes in general.
I think so.
Walking right over here. Usually at this point the customer has questions for us. This is the bike he's interested in, and I'd be asking, so what do you know about it? You know, what don't you know yet? What should we talk about? Or are you just so excited that you want to go for a test ride? In that case I would get your measurements and we go outside and take it for a spin.
I think we'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay. So now we got this guy sitting here. That's our newest invention. Yeah, so what the KISS does, keep it stable, always brings the bars right back in position for you. This thing we got built up here, you can actually sit on it if you want to. Same with any customer, can come and sit on this if they want to and just give it a whirl.
Super cool.
Absolutely, always something new. All right, Rob, is there anything you'd like to test while you're here?
Well, pretty fun looking pump track out there. Can I take a dirt jump bike out?
Technically no, but okay, we'll do that for you. Sure.
Awesome, special treatment, there we go.
Absolutely. So how about you just go outside these doors right here and wait for me. I'll come out the side doors with your bike.
Awesome, sounds good, thanks man.
Well, here we are in our test area where we keep all our test bikes. This is where we have one of every size of the bikes, but maybe not every color, but definitely good enough to give everybody a look at what they can have from us and how it feels when they're trying it out on the road. And look at that. There's one for Rob to try. Ooh. All right, Rob, you ready for this?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Go.
Awesome, Robbie, thanks for showing us around.
Absolutely, thank you guys for coming in.
All right, now you've seen the showroom, let's go meet one of the people who designs the bikes.
Sounds good. Can you tell us your name and what you do here at Canyon?
Yeah, I'm Moritz, engineering manager for the mountain bike team. Been here a while, working for Canyon for 8 years now, and basically now my job is to take care about all the engineering team, the great engineers we have here in-house.
As part of your engineering directive, I guess, who are you designing bikes for at Canyon?
So obviously we do have our team, so we have professional riders, yeah, so we use them a lot for testing and also to develop and innovate the products, but obviously we also want to make everything accessible to the customer, yeah, so everything we do is for the pro riders, but at the same time also for the everyday customer, let's say so.
Sure. And as part of the development of the bikes, obviously you have the labs. Do you also do a lot of testing out on the trails?
Definitely. So we do have the lab in-house, everything we can test. But then at the end, yeah, the lab testing is never going to replace the reality.
How is it that the pro athletes contribute to the design of your bikes?
Yeah, so our athletes contribute in different ways. So one thing for sure is they give us great feedback on the bikes, but the best is if they win the races and therefore inspire people to ride the bikes.
Yeah, I can imagine it's pretty special when your design's up there on the top
Yeah,
step of a
that's the
podium.
best. That's the best to see them on the podium. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome, man. So we've checked out local trails, which are pretty damn awesome. What does it mean to have that kind of ride-in on your doorstep?
It's perfect. Like we just leave the company, and like within 20 minutes, we are in the start of the trail here. So this is, for us, it's really a great tool to test the bikes according to how they should be ridden at the end of the day.
Yeah. And how much of your testing is done on the trails?
So every bike we put onto trail testing here for sure. Yeah?
Yeah.
So we don't only do just lab testing, we also test everything here on the trail.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so
is that an important part of the
Yeah,
process?
nothing is going to hit the market unless we have been testing it here on the trails for sure.
Now we're all cleaned up after the ride. Let's go see where the bikes are tested.
Hey, welcome.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, man.
Yeah. So, gonna have a look inside our test lab today. Sounds good. Perfect.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. My name is Dennis. I'm working for Canyon here for 10 years now. I'm the materials technician. So I'm doing here the material analysis, have a very close look inside the material, especially the carbon fiber. And yeah, I'm showing you the test lab today.
Yeah. Including
And-
this machine here? Well,
That's pretty
what's
interesting.
This in front of us?
It's the newest machine here. It's a 3D measuring and scanning arm. There we can do the live scanning or the measuring and do the comparison between the actual part in front of you and to the CAD model. And the software immediately says, okay, here it went something wrong, or here's a little bit too much material and here too less. It's a pretty cool tool here, yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
pretty proud of it.
Looks like a cool tool. And what other machines do you have in here?
For testing.
Yeah.
Yeah, enough. We can have a look inside the dynamic test.
Yeah.
We prepared 2 machines for you. Here we can simulate nearly each driving situation you have in the field. Here we want to see if we can, or if our material can pass, pass all the tests.
So you're testing these to failure or just to the specific standard? Or?
We have standards you have to fulfill. You can see it here on the screen, for example. You have specific cycles and specific force.
Yep.
The part have to pass. But additional to that, we set up an extra level. So it's like a Canyon norm with higher stress and more cycles, just to be sure and just to see how the material will act. So sometimes we also do the test to failure, of course, because we want to know how much can it take. It was pretty interesting when we launched the Zender a few years ago, so the machines were not able to crack it. That was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, basically the norm says, okay, you get, for example, here the R095 platform, you have to pass this test, okay, perfect, passed. You can get on another test bench with another new frame, but it must be the same platform and you can do the test. And go on and go on and go on, and when the tests are all passed, okay, your platform is safe, you can launch it, but we do all the tests with the same frame. So we use always the same frame to get this whole loop here through the tests. And when you have a look here, only this one level here for the horizontal fatigue is 100,000 cycles.
Right.
For only one level on one test. We have 3 levels here, but you have 6, 7, 8, 9 tests.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of
These bikes get
cycles.
tested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, now you have seen the fatigue machines, and now I'll show you the impact test stand. It's pretty interesting.
That's severe.
And this is our CT machine. We are doing X-ray test and CT test here. The part is mounted inside of the machine, and when you close the door, immediately the X-ray picture will appear live on the screen there. You can see everything. You can see the wall thicknesses, you can see production failures if they appear. It depends on the platform. We do basically a random check here for every safety relevant part. That means carbon fiber fork, cockpit, and handlebar. So also the eMTB handlebars and cockpits.
Cool.
But we have to say all the carbon fiber parts are 100% pre-checked at our supplier site.
Right.
So each carbon fiber part from Canyon which is on the market is tested at least once in such a machine. And we do here a random check or a 100% check if it's a very high performance platform like the CFR models with a very thin wall thickness.
Yeah.
So there we do also 100% check here at our place.
So is it just bike parts that you're scanning with this machine, or can it do other stuff?
Yeah, we do most of the time the bike stuff, of course, but when you have a look here, maybe you know it, it's the Kinder Surprise.
So important to get the right one then, get the toy
Yeah, if you
inside
don't
that
like
want.
it, you can bring it back to the shop.
Thank you, Dennis, that was really interesting.
So now we've seen how the bikes are tested, let's go see where they're made.
So let's dive right into the factory.
We've been building bikes in Koblenz for over 20 years, but we moved here to this factory in 2015. We're putting out over 100,000 bikes a year here, and we build everything here from our downhill bikes right through to road and urban bikes.
So roughly about 400 people are working in this factory. And yeah, we go from the raw materials to the fully assembled bike and then directly to the customer.
Cool. And are all the bikes made here?
So most likely if you order a bike from Canyon, then it's out of this factory.
Right on. Nice.
So here we are in the incoming goods area. So this truck just arrived, and every raw material is taken out of the trucks directly from here into the factory, and then afterwards gets assembled to every bike. More than 800 of these packages arrives every day from all around the world. So we go now upstairs to the single assembly area.
So this is where we build our more complicated bikes, and it's where we've got one person who deals with the assembly of each of those bikes.
So what's going on around here?
So here we've got our Speedmax frame. So anywhere that we need to pay particular attention to the build for a customer who's got some specific requirements, then we can do so in this area. The guys here are working with these bikes day in, day out, so they know exactly how to build these bikes to their high-end customers' specifications. And here's the finished product, a beautiful high-end Speedmax. Have you heard of triathlon, Rob?
This is not where this video is going.
Canyon bikes come in a lot of great colour variations, but it'd be crazy to keep all those colours separately. So we keep the colours that we need, and then we can mix them here and deliver them to the paint shop.
Cool. So you can paint any of the bikes that you have in at the moment.
That's exactly right, yep.
Cool.
So we're here in the racks. So here's where we grab all the components we need to complete a bike build. What happens here is that we scan the boxes with these arm scanners, and then we load everything onto here, and then that all goes towards the bike build, and everything is recorded, everything is digitized, so we know exactly how much to pick, where to pick it from, and where to deliver it to.
Cool. Seems like a real efficient process.
We're going to follow a Spectral 125 now from here in the racks all the way through to completion at the end of the production line. So we're here on the production line floor, and it's a real complex process. We've got a lot of moving parts here, and we've got a lot of things happening. We can put out up to 480 bikes a day here, so it's a lot of things to manage. We've been doing this for 20 years now, so we've got super efficient processes and some really cool, neat things in the production line that make life easier for everybody. The suction lifter, we've got this trolley system that brings bikes around to the workers on their stations. We've got robotic scanners, we've got digital torque wrenches that can download the settings for new bikes at the touch of a button.
This guy. Every workstation here in the line has a specific workload that's totally set up for the time frame he has to work on the bike. So we have 18 workstations here directly on the line, and yeah.
Cool, seems like a good way to do it.
Yeah. So now after a few steps more, the final wheel gets on the bike, and afterwards it goes directly to the end of line area where they tune the bike and get set up directly so the people in the end, or the customer in the end, can directly ride his bike right off the box.
Awesome. And I've heard something about a fancy torque wrench.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe you go and let's check it out by yourself. It's just working, and with the 3 LEDs here, you can see how far it's going, and in the end it also vibrates. Okay. So you can't do something wrong.
Wow. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. Oops, doesn't work. Now we're talking. Talking.
Nee, war doch richtig, oder? Hat vibriert. Ja.
So how does the mechanic know what torque it needs to be at?
Yeah, the system knows it for him. So here, if he brings in the bike here in the end of line area, the system automatically knows which production order he has here, and then he knows which bike he is assembling, and then he sends directly to the torque wrench how which torque strengths he needs to work on. So now here we are in the packaging area, and the now completed bike gets packaged or ready for shipping to the customer. So thanks for coming, guys. See ya.
Thanks, man.
So we've seen how we put bikes together for customers. Now let's go and take a look at the bikes we make for pro athletes.
Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Pro Sports location. Please come inside and let's take a look around.
Awesome, let's do it. So what happens in here?
Yeah, in here we moved by mid-season of 2021 with some of our departments, which are the marketing bikes department in charge of, example, all the press camp and photo studio bikes, the photo studio and the video studio together, and the pro sports department. So we had an opportunity to build a space as we needed. Most of the frames you see here, what you can see here is the eMTB gravity stock.
Cool.
Actually, everything we're getting
Look at that.
from the factories. Yeah. Here you can see this is how the frames are arriving for our departments. It is carbon raw or alloy raw, the parts which are alloy. And then, yeah, we just build them into pieces, take the parts off, and then we give them away for painting.
Looks amazing like that. Why paint it at all?
Big fan too. So I showed you already the Pro Sport stock, and now we're stepping into the Pro Sport workshop. In here, all of the Pro Sport managers and mechanics having a work desk. And here we are building frames and bikes we need for the teams.
Awesome.
Over here, you can see Jan just prepping a bike for Fabio Wittmer, needed for shooting. So all of these bikes are get built in here.
That thing looks sick.
Painting also means we need quite a lot of masking decals or stickers. And so here in our team at Pro Sports, we also have Dina. Dina is preparing for us all the special stickers and stuff we need.
So it's your job to make them look pretty? Yes. So how long have you worked at Canyon, Dina?
I've worked at Canyon for about a year now. Before I did that, I was a media designer, but that wasn't really my thing. I like to do practical stuff with my hands, and this is exactly what I found here. I love that.
Perfect then.
Yeah.
And do you ride bikes yourself?
As soon as I can, I would like to try mountain biking a bit, maybe.
Cool.
That would be my thing, yeah.
I think you're in the right company for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you saw now the Pro Sport workshop. Next door we have the marketing bikes workshop. The boys here are building all the bikes which we need for press camp, events, photo shooting or the photo video studio.
Hey man, what's your name and where are we?
Hi, I'm Chewy and we're in photo studio in Bamberscheid, Canyon Photo Studio, and then we do all the new launches, new pictures over here for all the bike launches.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us about these bikes?
Oh, we can't really tell you now, so.
Cool. Okay, well, can we use a photo studio to get a photo of me for my dating profile instead?
Sure, awesome.
Let's do it. So what's happening here and what's your name?
My name is Laura. I'm the junior videographer here at Canyon, and our main goal is to make the unboxing videos, service videos, and also some special requests that we have sometimes, like Instagram Reels or website videos.
Cool. And did you say how long you've worked here?
I started on September last year because this full video team is brand new.
Cool.
Yeah, so half a year.
Nice. And enjoying it so far?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I came from Spain directly to work here at Canyon, and I don't have a return ticket right now.
Nice. That's awesome. And you're going to set up the studio for us just now?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's good to sit down, huh?
Finally done. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it so far.
Yeah. No, it's been real cool to see you around here. But I mean, you've told us a couple of interesting things along the way. Maybe you can tell us and the viewers a little bit about your history here at Canyon.
Yeah, so I started working with Canyon in 2009 when I was working for a Canyon sponsored team. I was starting in April of 2015 as the head mechanic for our factory enduro team.
Checking the bike, changing tires, checking the chain, getting fresh lubrication, yeah, making everything well for the last stage. Ow! Yeah, man, smash it!
In 2017, I made the step over as Pro Sport manager and as the team manager for our enduro team. In the same year, I had the honor to be daddy. So my wife and myself, we got our daughter. And I decided, yeah, hey, I'm doing this job as long as I feel any effect at home for my child, that she's missing me at home. Yeah, actually in 2019, I was in North America with the team. I had a call with my family at home, and my daughter just like turned around and just showed me her back and didn't talk to me. And I thought, maybe it's the time now that I'm being more at home with the family and taking care about my family. Yeah, in 2019 we had the last season all together, and afterwards I finished with the team and I did the Pro Sport manager for eMTB and Gravity full time here at Canyon. So I had the honor, last thing I did with the team properly was welcoming Jack Moyer. Did the first test camp with him in Nice, where we have the team headquarter. So we did, first test session together, first race together, which was the Italian round, the winter series in Italy. And then COVID hit us. And yeah, from then on I was Pro Sport manager full time on.
Awesome. And you're mainly based in Koblenz for that?
Exactly. So I'm living with my family in Koblenz. And all of our headquarters or facilities we have are based here in Koblenz, so it's quite handy, and I'm a big fan of working with people directly, showing up on desks and asking for things, which I do all day long. Yeah. So I really enjoy this feeling, living here and being together with the people here.
Nice. And along the way, I'm sure you've had quite a few pretty cool experiences and emotional moments.
Yeah, for sure.
What's kind of the one that's really stood out to you as being the most?
Still, a thing I'm struggling with is the last race I did with the team, the EWS in 2019, By this time I was working together with Florian Nicolai, and I was also still the mechanic for him. We just lost on the last race the world champion title by a handful of points. So I'm still working inside of me with the situation, because yeah, it's not a shame losing against Sam Hill. Nothing which you have to be worried about, losing against a champion. But for sure, it was my big dream to finish my time with the team with Florian as a world champion. But well.
Sorry to bring it up and make you talk about it then.
It's all right.
I guess if there's anyone that you're going to lose to, Sam Hill's like somebody that you can allow it.
I take that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, man. It's been awesome to see you around and to chat with you and learn a little bit about your story.
So was a pleasure. It was amazing to be here with you guys, and
awesome.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So that pretty much wraps up your visit to Pro Sports and your visit to Canyon. Thanks for coming. It's been so cool to have you. Hope to see you next time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ben, and to Canyon for having us here. It's been awesome to check out all the facilities and meet the people that make it happen behind the scenes. Hope you guys have enjoyed checking out this video. Leave us a comment, let us know your favourite bit along the way. It's been some pretty cool stuff. And subscribe to the channel to see more awesome content from awesome brands like Canyon Bicycles. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Catch you out on the trails.